Hello again, folks. It's Wheels here again, coming at you from Wheels Gone Wild, southwestern Ontario, Norfolk County, in Canada. Bringing to you a short little tabletop on a fine piece of cookware that I've got. Now, I just gotta say that my search for a good cook set has been quite a long one, quite an involved one. I've got to thank a few people for giving their assistance and suggestions and input. There's actually quite a few people. The one person in particular that I really have to mention is Andy from the Boreal Mountain Anoraks, or from the BBC Boreal Bushcraft Canada. It's been a tremendous help. We've had some lengthy discussions, a lot of private messaging back and forth. I bet you I kept them awake a lot at night. I'm sorry for that, Andy. But what I've decided upon as my pot is the MSR Alpine Stowaway Pot. This one here is the 1.6 liter. I just got that in, just received that. The first one that I got was actually the 1.1 liter. But a friend of mine borrowed that, a couple weeks ago, and is probably going to be enjoying it for the rest of the summer. What I have decided to do is buy the complete set, which is the 1.6, the 1.1 a little bit smaller, the 775 milliliter, and the 475 milliliter. Now the 475 and the 775 are both perfect for one-person campouts. One person, stays in the woods for a long time. But if you're, it's a standalone pot. It's a standalone cook system by itself. The 1.1 and this one here, the 1.6, I would recommend it for maybe 2 people or more. The 1.6, maybe even up to 4 people. It will handle a lot. I've decided to replace all my pots in the kitchen with these. Now when I've ordered the other two. I've got the 1.6. My friends borrowed the 1.1. I've ordered the 775 milliliter and the 475 milliliter. They're on their way, and they're going to be replacing my pots in the kitchen. Simply because they're durable, they're excellent quality, they're lightweight, and after I take the lids off, they all sort of get along together. I can pile them up together, and it takes up quite a bit less room. But let's get into this 1.6 liter pot. It's stainless steel, and it's 1.6 liters. Very nice, solid stainless steel construction. Very nice pot. You can see here that it does have a latch that closes and locks a handle, and if we want to get into it now, we'll just unlatch that lock. Very simple design for latching and unlatching, and the handle just kind of locks away by itself like that, and it does lock. You can see there's a couple of little ears there that sort of lock that handle, that sort of lock that in place. Now, depending on how sturdy you want that lever to be there, all you have to do is bend these tabs a little bit, and you'll be able to work with that, correct that. Now, what I like about these pots, actually what I love about these pots, they're actually nicknamed the Seagull pot, simply for the reason that, I don't know if you can see that there, but the Seagull is written right on the pot. So there's the lid, very durable, very sturdy, nice handle to hold the lid. The great thing about the lid on the Stowaway pot or the Seagull pot is you can flip it over, and you've got yourself either a plate, or if you want to use one of the pot grabbers that the grab on the side, you can use it as a frying pan, fry eggs, bacon, whatever you want in there. Or you can place that over top of the stove, and I'll show you after I empty it out actually. But I can fit my entire all the stuff that I need for cooking inside this pot. I don't need any more, take up any more room in my pack or my bag or anything else, and that for me is very, very important. So right away, I've got my fuel. I've got 2 ounces of fuel. I've got I intend to put dish soap in. I'll go over this later. I've got my headlamp. Anybody who has done any cooking at night will really appreciate the necessity of having a headlamp. My canister of fuel. My cook stove. Ferro rod. A spork. A pot lifter. And, of course, a lighter. So I've got everything that I need inside that pot. You know, my stove system, my light, everything that I need. Here's the pot lifter that I was telling you about. So with the lid, you can use the MSR pot lifter, and you've got yourself a frying pan. Or you can flip it upside down, stick a stick on that, and if you stick a stick in there and split the stick a little bit and just make sure you secure it in there, you've got a long handle that you can place right over top of the fire. Make sure it's green wood, obviously, so it doesn't burn through, but there you go. You got yourself your plate and everything. What I was mentioning before is this lid fits beautifully right over top of this pot so that you can fill the top with coals while it's sitting on the fire, and you've got yourself an oven. You know, you can bake bread, you can bake some bannock, cook up some bannock, do whatever you want inside there. You can, it's an oven. Very, very versatile pot. Extremely so. Now, just to sort of show you, you know, what kind of how it's going to sit on things. This is the MSR Pocket Rocket knockoff, the Chinese knockoff we can get for like, I don't know, $10 or $15 here, and it runs off the mixed alcohol or mixed stove. Now, another thing I wanted to talk to you about or show you is that the one thing that you might be thinking is, well, great, it's a pot. I love to hang my pot above the fire and, rest it above the fire and cook above the fire. Well, there is a modification for that, folks. Simple clothes hanger. Okay? It's been bent here, and it's been bent at the back as a hook. And what it does is it fits. Let's see if I can get this in frame for you. But there's this sliding lock here. This actually fits from the inside and hooks right over top of that lid, or that handle, that pot handle. Actually, if I go the other way, it'll be easier. Sorry for getting in the frame and everything. You guys don't like looking at my armpits and stuff. There we go. But so it hooks there, and then it also hooks on the latch here, on that sliding latch. It just sort of snaps in there, and then this top part hooks on that, and voila, we've got a bail system for the pot. We can hang it over the fire, and away we go. So, if that's something that is a real must-have for you, then don't worry. There is a modification. We can take care of that. There's lots of videos out there, or a few videos out there actually on that. I got mine from Tel from Oshawa Bushcraft. Thanks very much, Tel. And that just locks up, closes up. Put the lock on, and away you go. That's the 1.6 liter. This is a miniature wood alcohol stove. The pot is really, really sturdy on top of that. This is the old hobo stove. You guys recognize that? Of course, no matter what you put on that, it's going to hold. But the MSR Stowaway pot, you know, it's a beautiful pot. It's versatile, strong, tough. Holds all my gear that I need for my cooking inside the pot. Now this is the 1.6, so obviously for the 1.1 or for the 775 or the 475, I will have to modify or switch around the gear a little bit more to become more minimalistic. But this little knockoff stove, this one here, when it's all packed away and everything, takes up very little space and will fit in all 4 of those pots. Excellent, excellent stuff. So that's the MSR Stowaway Alpine Stowaway Seagull pot. Beautiful pot. I paid $26.75, I think it was, from mec.ca. So here in Canada, that's Canadian money. That's for you guys in the States, it'd probably be like 35 or 40 cents. But yeah, that's it. You know, that's the MSR. I've got the other 3 pots coming, or the other 2 pots coming. And when I've got all 4 together, I'll do another video showing all 4, compare the different sizes, and go from there. So, quick update for the channel as well. Sarah's dreaming. This beautiful sheath that you sent along with the knife is going soon, and the knife is finally going to have itself a nice, beautiful leather sheath that's on order and actually is coming. Thank you very, very much. Spook, thank you so much for the 42D. These scales are gone. These are leaving. Unfortunately, I doubt they'll ever see this knife again. But they are being replaced with some beautiful micarta scales. It's going to be the camouflage micarta, and I believe I also ordered the orange inlays, or the orange liners. So it's going to have the green camouflage micarta scales with the orange liners. Beautiful. It's going to be looking beautiful. I might even swap out this leather sheath and get me a Kydex sheath with the ferro rod holder. But Spook, thanks very much. So that's on the line. That's coming up. Also, folks, the Schrade SCHF 37. I've been beating the hell out of this guy. It's been processing firewood from my backyard bonfire pit. Right now I've got a pile probably about 2 feet tall, about 2 or maybe 2.5 feet wide, of all split, ready to rock and roll. You know, everything from pencil thickness to maybe 1.5 inches wide by 1/4 inch thickness. So this knife is doing well. It's holding up very well. Nice edge hold up, nice edge retention, I should say. But I am replacing these scales with apple. I'm making some apple wood scales for this knife. So, and I'll be stripping this knife. I'll be putting on a patina and putting the apple scales on this knife. It should look just absolutely fantastic. I'll show you. I'll do a video on that when I get there. I'll be doing some some pictures and probably do a little, a little picture sort of display for the whole throughout the whole process. But that's the 1.6 liter MSR Alpine Stowaway Pot. It's nicknamed the Seagull Pot because, again, on the top of that pot, you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not. There we go. It's got the seagull on it. There we go. 1.6 liter Alpine Stowaway Pot. Roger, ride out. Wheels out of here. Thanks, guys.